Howdy folks, welcome back to Busy Girl Likes to Eat, in which I, Busy Girl, scour the internet just to find meals that are tasty and that I can eat and don't take forever. That doesn't always work out so good, but you know, I'm trying. Today we are going to get into something called Swiss chard and ricotta pie from I Breathe, I'm Hungry. And if you've joined us on the show before, or rather if you've seen our last 3 episodes, you know we've had some challenges. What I have decided to do is go slightly counter to my normal formula of like shortcutting some of these instructions and deciding that they were wrong. Instead, to the extent possible, to the extent of my understanding of the recipe really, I'm going to keep to the instructions and limit the shortcuts, because here's the thing, this is my house, this is my kitchen, this food stays with me and I want it to be edible, and that's had challenges in the last few episodes, so I'm gonna go a little off book, or rather off of what you may be used to seeing the show, and follow all the instructions. I'm gonna try. I haven't read them yet, you know this, but you know, I'm gonna try. I need to eat breakfast every day. That's just kind of like who I am. Like I have to eat breakfast. If not, it hits like 9:30 and I will eat every donut and piece of candy put in front of me at work. So if I have something easy to eat, it's easier. And I'm hoping that the result of this meal will actually be something that I can just freeze and take to work, or refrigerate and take to work. Fingers crossed. I'd have no more absolutes because, again, so many challenges in the last few episodes. And this recipe calls for olive oil. Ah, shit. The next piece says a half a cup of chopped onion. I don't like onions, okay? I keep putting onions in these recipes. Onions. A red onion, yellow onion, they're back. I buy diced onions. Onions. I thought about this when I was at the store the other day buying the ingredients, and I was about to buy these onions, and I went, I actually don't like onions. Why would I put them in here? So that is the place where I am going off of the recipe, but it's because I don't like them. I'm gonna stop putting them in recipes. I'm not going to change too much of the written instructions of how to cook it, right? But I'm not gonna get a garlic clove and mince the garlic. That doesn't make any sense. This is still Busy Girl Likes to Eat, and damn it, I'm going to use the minced garlic here. The other thing it's asking for is like shredded Parmesan, so I'm not gonna get a wheel of Parmesan and nah. Yes, it's doable, I don't want to. A cup of shredded mozzarella, it's already shredded. I'm not gonna, again, how long will be here if I start doing all that? I don't want to. We've got some part skim ricotta. I really enjoy ricotta. I have no idea why this is calling for a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and in my prior episodes I would have been like, that sounds stupid, I'm not going to include it. But again, in the name of trying to get an episode right, like in 2019 we haven't gotten one right yet, so I'm gonna do the best I can to measure 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, because it's asking for it. A pound of mild sausage, so yeah, and then salt and pepper, and yeah, oh, and the chard. The recipe is called Chard Ricotta Pie, and I forgot. Chard. Let's go with this one first. Chard. Chard looks like just, it's like a little tree. Cut along the stem and discard the stem. All right, so that's the stem. Just gonna cut along it. All right. You cut along the stem. I missed the side there. All right, stem discarded. Okay, and we're just gonna chop. We're just gonna chop. Chop, chop-a-roo. Not cut myself. I did just get my own nail because that's life. All right. It's been a while since we filmed an episode. Partly because, like, you know, not enough of you watch this show, so I'm not a YouTube star who can live a life of leisure and film an episode once a week. There are a few of you who watch this show who's like, oh, like every other show where you don't produce enough content. Hey, guess what? You know why? You know why? Because you haven't told all your friends to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you had, I could live a life of leisure, and in between that life of leisure, I could film like 3 episodes a week, and you would have regular stuff in your feed. But you don't do it. You don't do it because you don't care. Oh, what did I do? This was silly. This was silly. I can save time. Dude, tell me what's going on with chard. Like, I mean, it is like a vegetable that's kind of like having its moment, I guess, a little bit, because like in different stuff. But like, clearly, like it's related to, you know, the spinach family. I was gonna say cruciferous, but cruciferous vegetables are the ones that look like trees. So they're like broccoli and cauliflower. So let's find the plant family for spinach and, I don't know, lettuce? I don't know. Where those would belong. All right, let's get this last one. Kind of concerned we don't have enough, guys. Kind of concerned, and that's not my fault, not really. Like, it said 8 cups. These things are enormous. Like, I was like, oh, well, 1 bunch is clearly gonna be enough. I think we'll know that chard has officially had its moment and reached max societal penetration when you can like find it in the frozen aisle of like chopped chard. Yeah, I mean, about 7 cups versus 8. Again, not intentional, not a moment in which I was like, hey, that's enough chard. It's more of just like, I thought that would be more than enough chard. And you know, you chop it. You can weigh things at the grocery store. You can't, you can weigh things. You can figure out what they are by weight. You can't go, hey, what does this look like chopped? Not really. So, all right. That is the chard, and I think that's actually all we really need to do for prep. So, sweet. All right, let's see. Heat the olive oil in a large saute pan and add onions. Okay, we're not adding the onions because I don't like onions. We're gonna stop doing that to myself. But we are gonna add the olive oil. My producer reminded me that what I do have is onion powder. And like, if you look in your own kitchen, you totally have a spice from something that you bought like 2 years ago for some recipe that you've never made again. That's why I have onion powder. So we'll add the onion powder for the flavor. The flavor of onions is fine. It's just like eating them that bugs me. And there's like no way that you can cook an onion and have me eat it and have me be like, hey, that's all right. Add minced garlic. Minced garlic. There will never be a time in which you all can convince me that I shouldn't buy my garlic already minced for me. Can't do it. Don't try. All right, add the chard and cook for 5 minutes until the leaves and stems have softened. All right. All right, got the garlic in here. It's cooking. It smells good. And add the chard. And drop the chard. We're getting better. See, like, the recipes have become more challenging, but the technique is... I feel like this is too high. Did they give me an instruction? They did it. So we're just gonna put this at like a low to medium heat because it sounds wrong. They didn't tell me which one to do, which annoys me, but wouldn't be the end of the world. But again, we're trying to follow instructions to get something good. Earlier, it was like 8 cups of Swiss chard and 3 eggs. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But when you actually cook the chard, that's what happens to, well, 7 cups of chard. So now I'm actually slightly more concerned we didn't have enough, but we'll see. So I've removed the chard from the heat. I'm setting it aside to cool and moving on to other steps. Okay, we need to beat some eggs. Cracking eggs with a fork instead of doing this, because you know, you do this, egg juice potentially runs everywhere, right? You do this, just one quick, done. And you just give it a smack. Well, just kidding. You gotta give it like a hard smack, because if you give it like a soft smack, then you actually run the risk of getting like egg particles in your crack. Phrasing. All right, let's see. I'm gonna beat these eggs, and then we're gonna add in the cheese. We're gonna have cheesy eggs. Not gonna lie, I'm excited about that. Cheesy eggs. I always feel like I'm supposed to like mix it until I can't see the clear parts anymore. I don't know if that's really officially like the rule. That's what I do, is I'm just like, I'm supposed to just like do this until the clear stuff is gone. And then like, the only time that I don't is if a recipe or something says, oh, slightly beat, and I'm like, oh, that means I can leave the clear part of the egg in there. Okay, cool. Now we're like pretty good in uniform. And we get to add the cheese for cheesy eggs, cheesy eggs. You were waiting for a song, you know you were. All right, all of the ricotta
So you know what I also like about like cooking with ricotta is that like things will say, hey, 2 cups of ricotta. You find a thing that's 16 ounces of ricotta. Or you can find a small ricotta if it's only a cup of ricotta. You very rarely, when you're messing with ricotta, see anything that's like, a 1/4 of a cup. It's like, nope, get all that ricotta goodness in there. This is our cup of mozzarella. Gosh. I was a child when I realized that mozzarella cheese, or someone told me, was also a string cheese. And then as a child, you'd be like, oh, what kind of cheese do you want? Mozzarella! Because it's string cheese. And I don't even necessarily think, like, when you're a kid, like, you really like string cheese. It's just that it's a toy. Now, what I'll also tell you is that for a very long time, I didn't even realize that Parmesan was actually cheese. Because, like, you know, it's all, like, I remember growing up and Parmesan cheese was in the green tube. It's a green tube, right? And so I think it wasn't until I started like actually cooking, because like, I mean, Parmesan went on top of pizza and on top of spaghetti. And so in my house, it lived in a green tube. And I think, oh my gosh, I think I was reading a recipe one time many years ago, and it was like, oh, grated Parmesan is better than shredded, or like grating Parmesan yourself is better than buying it like already grated. And I was like, what do you mean? You're just gonna, it comes in the tube. So next up, if you're making a large pie, you will have to roll out your sausage or press it into a pie tin uniformly, then pour in the filling, place on it. Okay. So here's the thing. The picture on the website has like these little muffins. So we're gonna make little muffins. Because they're giving me instructions on how to make it a pie and like an actual like, which I mean, to be fair, makes sense because the recipe is called Swiss chard and ricotta pie. The problem is the picture in the link is little muffiny things. So, and I also don't have a muffin tin or a pie tin, so I do have a muffin tin. All right, so my hands are clean. This is the sausage. We are going to make, basically the sausage is gonna be the outside of the muffin, right? That's what's gonna happen. And so I don't actually know like how much sausage you need. Sausage just feels gross to have in your hands. It does. It just feels weirder than like ground beef. And then if you think about how sausage is made, this feels so gross to have in my hands. Okay, so you got like the walls of it covered. Now we're just gonna make a bottom, little basey base. So we're gonna hope that this all cooks together and all slides out into a thing. Fingers crossed. Okay. If you have a pie tin, I'm just gonna recommend use a pie tin. This takes forever. I don't even know how long it's been. I don't know. Someone will flash on the screen how long we've been here. I have no flipping idea. But if you have a pie tin, just go ahead and use a pie tin. Alrighty, so we're finally done. Again, if you make this on your own, make it as a pie. This takes forever. It just does. And I don't have a pie tin, so that's why. All right, so our Swiss chard has chilled. And so, you know how much chard we had before? Yeah, this is what happens when things wilt. It's just like, gone. All right, so I take our egg mixture, add it into the wilty mixture, and yeah. I'm gonna wish we had more space on the counter. And the oven is preheated. When I was on the last of making these things, turn the oven on. Also, my hands are been washed because they got super gross from touching on sausage. All right, put that over there. And we're just gonna mix this stuff up. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't actually look very appetizing right this second. Just doesn't. That doesn't mean it won't be appetizing. It just means that right here, right now, I'm debating whether or not I want to use the spatula or another spoon to put it in there. I feel like we've had a good episode so far. Nothing has fallen on the floor. And I feel like if I use the spatula, which would, one, keep me from making something else dirty, which is important. But I don't want to drop anything on the floor. We're having a good episode. So we're gonna use something else. Okay. All right, we're gonna put the stuff in the things. There we go. All right, easy enough. Did not fall on the floor, just fell on the thing. All right, tappa, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa, tappa. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So what we got. So for the pie, it said 30 to 35 minutes. I'm just gonna assume that's gonna be the same for the muffins. This is going to get real greasy, so we're gonna shove a cookie sheet under it and cook it. So we will see you in like 30 minutes because electric stove, it's gonna go so fast. See you in 30 minutes. Hey guys, all right, so we have these like little like breakfast muffin things. Like the sides of the muffin are sausage. Yes, and they smell super good. So few things have happened. I actually haven't eaten this yet, but I feel pretty confident I'm gonna be happy. But the challenges of 2019 with the Busy Girl stay, because my stove decided to be like, I don't work. So really I'm hoping I don't cut into this and it's all uncooked. But you know, we're working through. But I'm really excited about this because it's got the sausage on the outside, it's got the egg yumminess on the inside. I think this is gonna taste super good. So I'm gonna grab one of these guys here. I'm actually like salivating because they smell really good. They smell so good. All right, whoop, okay. All right, I'm just gonna cut it because like once we go off camera, I'm just gonna shove this in my mouth with my hands, but we're on camera, so gotta have some couth. All right. Yep, oh yeah, everything looks good. Good, promising. All right, little ricotta pie muffin. Let's see how this tastes. This is so good. This is so good. It is super worthy of like a food dance. This is delicious. This is delicious. I'm very happy this happened. I'm actually gonna wrap this up so I can just like eat this like a savage that I feel like being. This is super good. Super duper good. I've even forgotten the Busy Girl criteria right now because it's so good. Busy Girl criteria. Number 1, can you make it in average apartment kitchen? Yes. Only thing I would recommend is that because it just takes time to do the whole like sausage thing around the muffin tin, if you have a pie tin, like use a pie tin. It's not impossible to do if you have a muffin tin. It's just gonna save you some time. So yes, you can make it in an average apartment kitchen. Can you busy it up? Yes. I mean, I was actively following the instructions. So, you know, on purpose, but there actually like aren't real places to busy it up unless like you do it in terms of the prep, right? So like I did pre-shredded mozzarella, pre-shredded like cheese, like things that were already pretty much done. I just had to toss it in. So there's no actual other places to busy it up. And criteria number 3, is it delicious? It's so good! Like seriously, I want to wrap this up so I can eat this. It's super good. I wouldn't add anything to it. I wouldn't change anything about it. Also, because of the, so the good thing about the muffin tin is that because of the oil, these come out like pretty easy. And what I found was, I use the sausage, right? Sausages are oily, but what I found was that the oil itself actually cooked down into the pan. So it's not like I'm eating it and I feel like super like filmy oil everywhere. It's that oil cooked down into the pan versus permeating the entire egg, which is what is making it super good. And I'm just so excited. This is the start of a new streak of good episodes, guys. Yes, so if you are interested in making this episode yourself, check out the link below, try it out. Any thoughts, questions, everything else, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, BusyGirlLTE. Follow us on the socials, subscribe and like us on the YouTubes. But this has been Busy Girl Likes to Eat. I'm gonna eat all of this because it's so good. And, oh wait. Other thing, busy people. I'm going to freeze these. I'm going to throw them into the freezer, and then when I go to work, yank them out, toss them in the microwave for like a minute or 2 just to like defrost them and make them warm, and then I have breakfast for the rest of the week. This recipe is winning. Yes. All right.
Now, you can go. See you next time.